Becoming financially independent and retiring early is easier than it's ever been in history. Here's why. Hello everyone, my name is Zach and welcome to On Cash Flow, where I help you become a master of your own cash flow. Now let's get started. First off, the thing I want to note here is that free online education is more apparent than it's ever been. We literally have information, access to information at our fingertips at pretty much any time of day, whether it be through your phone, through your laptop, through your tablet, or whatever. If you have an internet connection, if you have access to the internet, then you have access to pretty much everything you would ever need in order to become a master of your own cash flow. And that starts with, of course, watching On Cash Flow videos. If you're watching one of my videos right now, then make sure you hit that like button because I would really appreciate that. But seriously, we have access to so much free online information that can help excel us to becoming financially independent. Access to information about investing, access to information about taxes, about our budget, about getting out of debt, all kinds of different stuff. And it's all available for free. Well, assuming that you paid your internet bill, so I guess it's not free, huh? But seriously, this can come in any kind of format that can help you learn the best. You can watch videos on YouTube. You can listen to things through audiobooks. You can listen to things through podcasts. You can read books. You can read blogs. Any kind of medium that is going to help you learn, it is available out there for practically free. And any kind of information that you want to know or need to know is now available. And that's why it's so much easier to become financially independent and retire early today. Another amazing thing that has made becoming part of the F.I.R.E community so much easier is access to investment platforms and how we can actually invest our money. You see, in the past, it was actually very difficult to invest your money. And in fact, it was very expensive to invest your money in most things. Just think of all these things that we take for granted today is actually a very recent thing that has made investing so much easier, and especially investing to achieve financial independence. So things like access to low-cost mutual funds, low-cost index funds, not having to pay any kind of trading fees, not having to pay an advisor to manage our money for us. All these things that we take advantage of today, not too far off in the past, people had to pay for those things. You used to have to pay someone 1% to manage all of your investments. You used to have to pay $9.95 each time you executed a trade to buy or sell a stock. You used to have to pay an ongoing fee for the mutual fund that you're invested in that might be 0.5% rather than 0.04%, like with modern index funds. And also with all of these new investment platforms, investing is more user-friendly and much easier to understand than it ever has been in the past. And so if you want to achieve financial independence, and you're gonna have to probably do that through investing, it's never been easier than it is today. And my next point might be a little bit more of a controversial one, but I think that the tax code as it is today and the tax code how it has been in maybe the very recent decade is so favorable to those of us in the F.I.R.E community. It's so favorable for people wanting to achieve financial independence, for people who want to retire early, and for people who have retired early or are retired. The tax code is much more favorable if you are a saver, like you put money into retirement accounts and you don't spend all your money, than it is to people who actually do spend all their money. And so if you are someone who is on the path to financial independence and you're saving a large portion of your income, then most likely you are realizing so much of the benefits of the tax code as it is today. You have access to retirement accounts to reduce your taxable income. You have access to many tax credits that are based on your adjusted gross income, which you were able to reduce your income through contributions, and now you qualify for those tax credits. You might have access to the Affordable Care Act, where you get a very large and generous tax credit to help pay for your health insurance. All of these and more are why I think that the modern tax code, as it is today, at least in the United States, is very favorable to us in the F.I.R.E community. Likewise, there's something else that is extremely favorable to those of us in the F.I.R.E community, and that is all of the investment research that has been published and that is constantly being published. There are constantly studies being done or data being collected on past data, historical data, and there's also investment research being done in order to estimate what's going to happen in the future, or estimate what could happen in the future, or what is likely to happen. All of these things become available, they get dispersed, and we get to benefit from them. And the main benefit of them is that we are now able to, with very high certainty, at least looking back at historical data, we are able to estimate if our portfolios are going to survive over 30, 40, 50 years. What's going to happen if this happens? So we can even run scenarios looking into the future. We can use scenarios such as the Monte Carlo scenarios, where we can look in the future and say what's going to happen, like what if this happens, or what is likely to happen. And we can use that to our advantage while we're planning for our early retirement. We can also take advantage of this research by looking at what has worked in the past, what is likely to work in the future. This can be applied from research such as research done on index funds, research done on mutual funds, research done on investor behavior. All these kinds of things we can take and use to our advantage. And it's never been easier than ever to have access to all of this investment research because it gets disseminated so quickly after it's published. And then we can go ahead and look at that and see, hey, is this something that we want to change with our plan? Or is this already confirming something that we already knew? And you know what? Not everything about the FIRE community has to do with actually retiring early. So some of those might be best applied to someone who is actually looking to retire early and to step away from work, maybe temporarily or for a very long time. But you don't even have to actually have the RE part of FIRE in order to be in this community. You can just be part of the financial independence community without ever having the actual want or desire to retire early. And that's why there's another huge benefit that I think has made entering the FI community so much easier, and that is the big, large shift towards remote work. Just having a remote job, not having to commute, not having to live in a certain high cost of living area, not having to work during a certain kind of hours, whatever time zone that happens to be where the job is located, not having to follow all those rules. Instead, by having remote work and working on your own time, this allows you to pretty much get like 80% of the benefits of becoming financially independent and retiring early, while also being able to do that almost immediately. You would be able to realize those benefits without having to wait 10 years and saving 50% of your income. Working online has been the biggest game changer in the FI community because you are not chained to a specific location, you are not chained to specific time zones, and you might not even be chained to specific hours, as long as you can actually get the work that's required done in whatever time it takes you to get that work done. Now, really quick, I want to know from you in the comments below, what are some other things or some other reasons why financial independence is easier than it's ever been? Please let me know in the comments below what you think I missed. And then after you're done doing that, I'm very confident that I have another video for you that you're really going to enjoy, and it's going to help you out a lot. And the reason why I know this is because I'm going to let YouTube select it for me. YouTube knows you much better than I do, and they're going to select a video that I have made the best video for you. So it's going to pop up on the screen in just a second when I get off the screen. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Zach from OnCashFlow.com, and I hope to see you next time. And that includes and for people who have retired early. All of these and more are why I think the tax code is extremely favorable to that. And that is all of the and we get the benefit from while we're planning to live our